I wrote a bunch of things on my whiteboard. One of them was being in DC, in the DC universe, and it has officially happened. Not only will I be in the DC universe,
tell everyone, and keep in mind that a lot of listeners don't know the intricacies of the DC universe.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to be on a show called Legends of Tomorrow. It airs on the CW. Yeah, I'm used to calling it the WB from back in the day. That's how old I am.
With the frog. Remember the frog? Remember the frog? That was the WB Frog.
Yeah, the WB Frog. Yeah. Anyway, so it's on the CW. It's in the Arrowverse, which is Berlanti. We've had a couple of people from the Berlanti-verse on the show. Tom Cavanaugh plays the Reverse
keeps
Flash.
Hiring us, so thank you, Greg Berlanti, for continuing to hire me.
Thank you, thank you, Berlanti. Thank you, Sarah Schechter, also. Yeah, shout out, she's amazing. Anyway, so I will be. You got to beat that, but I will be on Legends of Tomorrow.
Now, I learned just because they, of course, think for you, and that can be.
That's who I think he should play too.
Is it just a voice?
No, it would be a character. We dress up like fucking superheroes, put on superhero outfits.
Well, you tell Berlanti that I'll.
Fuck yeah! It's on the podcast! It's on the podcast! It's on the podcast! Drop it! You're gonna have to bleep who he says he's gonna be. Yeah, dude, Vancouver's dope.
No, I don't fuck with Vancouver.
Oh shit! What?
No, I love Vancouver, but is there? Wait, sorry. Let me start this over. Does Canada still have a 2-week?
No. You don't have to quarantine.
Oh, because we talked about this in the podcast, but they were having a 2-week sit in a hotel room, no fucking around, quarantine. Yeah. Daddy, don't do that. Daddy, don't do that.
No.
My good friend, did it to do a show, and she sat in a hotel room for 2 weeks, and I would go shining.
Yes, that's
Think of the masturbation that goes on in those hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Everyone's there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I mean, they could clog the city streets.
Yeah, I'm there for an hour, and I would be fucking
Donald masturbates on the plane ride.
No, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that.
They never say in the rules.
There's an old stand-up joke. This is one of my favorite stand-up jokes from way back when. The guy goes, I found a Penthouse magazine in the seat back cover of my airplane seat. I have one word for you: occupado. My whole life I always thought it was bizarre that in the magazine shop they put the black cover things over the porn. Still, who's buying Penthouse and Hustler at the airport? And what are you doing with said magazine? It's crazy.
Do they still have? I remember Playboy used to be at the airport, but that was like
you know how in the magazine shop there'd be like four magazines that had black covers on them, right? Yeah. Which is obviously porn. I don't know in 2022, but I remember looking a few years ago, and they still had them, and I was thinking like, who are these people?
Who is sitting down holding a magazine?
But they're not even like Playboy, which is like, especially now, is just like light. It's like Maxim. It's like Hustler and Penthouse. Like, who's licking their finger, and turning the page, like perusing Hustler on a putt. This is so great. I can't believe I'm hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, I love you. Good to see you, man.
Tim, now, as last I recall, you had about 7 children. Did that increase, or? I have 4 children. I had 4 children in 4 years. Yes. 4 children in 4 years. Yes.
Not missing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now what?
That's like the Irish twins. Like you guys.
Yeah, we had a
and you're Irish too, right?
Yeah, I am.
Wow, dude.
We drink and we fight.
We drink.
And then we had a daughter, a son, and then we had twins. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, also for fans, Jill, Tim's wife, played the patient that sang the Colin Hayes song.
On a clear day.
On a clear day, I can see the very long way.
That was a great episode.
Jill did a fantastic job. Her acting in that was phenomenal. Yeah, you had some good scenes with her in that. She was so good, and her voice is ridiculous. Yeah, that was one of my favorite weeks because all of our friends were on the show. Yeah. You know, I mean, I think everyone in that show was a friend of a writer or an actor. It's crazy.